Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
So, this is a game, and we are once again back with Dear Esther. Last time we finished chapter 1, and now we just started chapter 2. Last time I did say don't play this at night, alone, in the dark, but that's what I'm doing today. So let's see how that goes. I haven't played this chapter, anything in this chapter, so it's gonna be fun. See how it goes. I don't know the best way to go. I know there's not really a specific way to go, but it's gonna be fun nonetheless. The soundtrack, I don't know if it's higher than last time. I haven't changed any settings, so I don't think it should be, but you never know.
It's only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the buoy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself. I can feel the last days drawing upon me. There's little point now in continuation. There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and watched them go to water.
So this is the end of this path, but it's actually a pretty damn good view. The buoy in the water, and some kind of tower in the distance, and then the boats in the water. Let's see, we can go down here. Let's see where it leads us. I don't know if I can get onto the boat. I might be able to. So as last time, this is just going to be this chapter. It's this week's random Wednesday episode, and as I said last time as well, I'm doing all 4 chapters of the next, or this week and 2 more of the random videos, since I actually wanted to do it. So that's might be a thing I'm going to do in the future as well, doing a small series as the random video. But let's just see how it turns out. There's a lot of boxes everywhere. I can't go that way. Invisible walls is always a good thing. Who doesn't like invisible walls? I mean, it's not really immersive, but that's just how it is, I guess. That's just how it is. So I just read that the audio clips are randomized, so they might just have a set of different...
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
I actually have no idea where I'm going this time around, but let's just see if it leads us anywhere. Anyways, cool. I didn't think
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition. Come back.
Okay, that's a bit scary. What did he say about looking into the shaft? I don't know, but okay. So he said something about looking into it, but I don't know what it was. Also, there's a house up there. He did, well, there's a couple of houses. He did talk about a village of some sort. This might be it.
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
Okay. I still am kind of scared about the comeback thingy. Also, my cat is at the door, trying to get my attention, but he should just be sleeping, since it's 20 minutes to midnight. The best time to record a atmospheric walking simulation game.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
I think my cat has started playing with some of his toys. I mean, that's fine. It's better than trying to break down the door, at least. Let's see in here. The music might be a bit too loud. I might consider turning it down just a bit for the next episode, but I'm gonna just listen to it in the editing and see how it is.
Inventory. A trestle table we spread wallpaper on in our first home. A folding chair. I laughed at you for bringing camping in the lakes. I was uncomfortable later and you laughed then. This diary, the bed with the broken springs. Once asleep you have to remember not to dream. A change of clothes. Donnelly's book, stolen from Edinburgh Library on the way here. I will burn them all on the last morning and make an aerial of my own.
That's a bird. Let's keep going, I guess. Though he did say I should go upwards. Let's go upwards, since that's what the point was. If I can, I think there might be some kind of path over here. It might also not be a path. You never know with this game. Could just be a invisible wall. There definitely is some... Yeah, I don't think I can get any further than this. Oh, there's a sculpture of sorts. Interesting. Come on, I can go through here, right? Yes. Okay, then let's keep going downward once again, since that's apparently the only way to go without backtracking. I am not going to backtrack at the moment. that's a steep hill. Should probably not go over this one. I hope not, because I'm not gonna do that. Okay. It's rather steep this year. Just look at it. And it's very tight as well.
Jakobsen's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed. The result of some birth defect, or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
Okay. So I was actually saying something earlier on that I think that the audio clips are random. Then there of course is some order, since some of them are needed for.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired, curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
Okay, as I was saying, the audio clips are random, though I think some of them has to be the same always, like the lines in the cliff, the white lines in the cliff in the first chapter. I mean, that's the only place they can, I guess, be used. So I think some of them might be in the same place always, but I don't actually know, since it's my first playthrough, as I've said a few times by now. Why don't you listen to me? Come on. Okay, we are very close to the water now. I know I was over there as well, but as I said, it's very steep. Very, very steep. Do you think this is going to be the end of this chapter over here in the cave? I don't know. The first chapter was a little less than 15 minutes. So I don't know. Maybe. There's something
Climbing down to the
as
caves,
well.
I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Okay. The music is getting a bit strange. Also, you said ascent, right?
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
And this is probably chapter 3. I at least got a I know this is very unprofessional, but I just got a, come on. This one, yeah, finished chapter 2. So next episode we're going to go further into here. Oh, my flashlight died. That's unfortunate. Okay, but next time we're going to continue next week. Going to continue this game and going through the cave. I think might be the case. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and maybe consider subscribing to the channel as well. All the usual stuff. There's a link to my Twitch channel in the description. But I think that's going to be it for today. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.